Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy the story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Unearthly Signals. In the darkest corners of the internet, where conspiracy theories and paranormal enthusiasts gathered, there lived a small but dedicated group of radio enthusiasts. Among them was Alex Sterling, a middle-aged man with an obsession for intercepting unusual and mysterious radio signals. For years, Alex had sifted through static and interference in search of the bizarre, the unexplained, and the supernatural. Little did he know that his obsession would lead him to a discovery that would shatter his understanding of reality. One eerie, moonless night, while scanning the shortwave radio frequencies in the dimly lit room of his remote cabin, Alex stumbled upon an inexplicable signal. It was unlike anything he had ever heard before, a discordant symphony of whispers and faint voices that seemed to echo from a distant realm. It sounded like a long-forgotten, ghostly radio station, and the words spoken were unintelligible, as if they belonged to another time. Enthralled by this unearthly broadcast, Alex meticulously recorded the signal's frequency and wavelength, adjusting his equipment to isolate the source. The voices became clearer, revealing a chorus of murmurs and ethereal conversations, as if an entire dimension of lost souls was trying to communicate. Days turned into weeks, and Alex's obsession with the signals grew. He abandoned his job, ignored his friends, and even distanced himself from his family. He became convinced that the voices he intercepted were the echoes of the deceased, trapped in some spectral limbo, and he was determined to make sense of their messages. One evening, as a ferocious storm raged outside, Alex's equipment detected a particularly chilling voice among the garbled chorus. It was a woman's voice, soft yet haunting, repeating a series of numbers and dates. At first, he dismissed it as gibberish, but he soon realized that these were coordinates and dates that pointed to places and events from the distant past. These eerie messages seemed to relate to unsolved mysteries, disappearances, and tragedies, suggesting that these signals were a window into the afterlife. Driven by an insatiable curiosity, Alex set out to decipher the cryptic messages and follow the leads. He visited desolate graveyards, abandoned buildings, and remote forests in pursuit of the truth. Along the way, he encountered others who had also stumbled upon the unearthly signals, their lives forever altered by the spectral broadcasts. As he unraveled the mystery, Alex's obsession took a dark turn. He found that the voices had begun to speak directly to him, addressing him by name and revealing secrets from his own past. They whispered dreadful prophecies, tormenting him with visions of impending doom. Alex's mental state deteriorated rapidly as he struggled to maintain his grasp on reality. The boundary between the living and the dead blurred, and the unearthly signals took on a malevolent presence in Alex's life. The spectral voices became more demanding, compelling him to perform unspeakable rituals and delve into forbidden knowledge. He became a vessel for their torment, losing himself in the process. The horror culminated in a nightmarish crescendo. As the storm raged on, the voices led Alex to a desolate, dilapidated building deep in the woods. In its decaying basement, he unearthed an ancient radio transmitter, eerie flickering tubes glowing with unnatural light. As he approached the broadcasting equipment, the spectral voices whispered one final, bone-chilling message: "Join us, Alex, become one with the unearthly signals." In a fit of madness, Alex activated the transmitter, his body trembling with fear and anticipation. The cabin, the forest, and the entire world seemed to warp and twist as the unearthly signals consumed him, merging his soul with the otherworldly voices. He had become a part of the spectral broadcast, broadcasting his torment to anyone who dared to tune in. From that day onward, those who stumbled upon the mysterious signals could hear Alex's voice among the ghostly chorus, echoing from beyond the grave. The unearthly signals continued to broadcast, ensnaring the living in their eternal, spectral symphony, a testament to the power of obsession and the terrifying unknown that lurked in the airwaves of the supernatural. The story of Alex Sterling and the unearthly signals became an urban legend among radio enthusiasts and paranormal investigators. They couldn't resist the temptation to seek out the ghostly broadcasts, even as rumors of the cursed transmission spread. The signals lured countless individuals into their clutches, drawing them into the endless void between the living and the dead. One such person was Sarah Mitchell, a talented young hacker with an insatiable curiosity. Sarah had heard whispers of the unearthly signals and decided to investigate for herself. She believed she could uncover the truth behind the broadcasts and perhaps find a way to break the curse that had befallen those who fell under their influence. Equipped with an array of advanced equipment, Sarah embarked on her own journey into the dark heart of the supernatural. She followed the coordinates and deciphered the cryptic messages left by Alex and those before him. Sarah's technical prowess allowed her to make connections no one else could, and she started to unravel the mysteries behind the ghostly radio station. In her quest, Sarah discovered that the radio station had a chilling history. It had once been a hub of forbidden knowledge, frequented by occultists and those who dabbled in the darkest of arts. The station's broadcasts were a conduit to a malevolent dimension, and it had been used to summon unspeakable entities from the beyond. As Sarah delved deeper into the secrets of the unearthly signals, the spectral voices became increasingly sinister. They began to haunt her dreams, whispering unspeakable horrors, and blurring the line between her consciousness and the supernatural. Yet she pressed on, determined to break the curse and free the souls ensnared by the broadcasts. The climax of her journey led her to the same remote cabin where Alex Sterling had met his horrific fate. Inside, she discovered the cursed transmitter and a hidden journal containing the dark rituals that had once bound the station to the other world. Sarah knew she had to act quickly to put an end to the sinister broadcast. Summoning all her technical expertise and willpower, Sarah devised a plan to disrupt the unearthly signals. She rigged the transmitter to emit a powerful, disruptive signal that would sever the connection between the living and the dead. As a storm raged outside, she activated the modified transmitter, unleashing a wave of energy that pierced the supernatural veil. The unearthly signals screeched and wailed, and the cabin itself seemed to tremble. The spectral voices cried out in agony as the dimension they inhabited was torn asunder. The curse that had bound them was finally broken. The storm outside dissipated, and the oppressive darkness lifted. The cabin, once a place of dread and despair, stood silent and empty. Sarah had succeeded in putting an end to the ghostly broadcasts, freeing countless souls from their eternal torment. However, as she walked away from the cabin, Sarah couldn't help but feel a lingering unease. She knew that the otherworldly entities she had disrupted were not gone for good. The unearthly signals might one day return, and the boundary between the living and the dead remained fragile. Sarah Mitchell had confronted the supernatural, but she also understood that some mysteries were best left unsolved. As she continued her journey, she couldn't help but wonder if the unearthly signals would remain a part of her life, lurking just beyond the edges of reality, waiting for their next victim to tune in and become ensnared in their spectral web. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.